Okay, so today we're gonna do a how-to draw. Today I'd like to draw a tiger. You're gonna need a sheet of paper, a pencil, and a photograph of a tiger. I have a tiger photo that I've gotten offline off the Google site, and that's what I'm gonna use as my resource picture. So step one, you gotta look at your picture. And you start out with simple shapes. So I'm going to be drawing the whole tiger, not just his head. So I'm going to draw in as lightly as I can an oval or a circle to be the shape of his head. I'm actually going to draw it too dark because I don't think you guys can see it without me drawing really dark. Okay, so there's the oval. Next step, I'm going to block in where his ears are as a triangle shape and a triangle shape. And it's okay if they're not perfect right now. Then his eyes are just going to be a circle here and a circle here. And then his nose is going to be a triangle shape pointed this way. Okay. And then for his mouth and stuff, I'm going to draw these in as smaller circles. And there is a lot of this I'm going to end up erasing. And his lower chin is going to look like this. Next step. Start adding some details. So around the shape of his head, he's got fur. His nose bridges up to his eye and up to his other eye. Okay, the shape of his eye is more pointy. So I'm just adding pointy edges to it. Okay. Darkening this in. All right, and then I'm going to go back and erase things that I no longer need. So, like, I won't be needing this area right here by the ear. I'm erasing there. This area over here by the other ear. This whole roundness of his face I can get rid of. The part of the first circle that's in his face, I can get rid of that too. So what I'm doing is cleaning it up. Okay. Next step. The tiger is standing. So I'm gonna indicate his neck coming down. But basically his whole body is gonna be a shape that comes out this way. So I'm gonna draw that in lightly as the shape that I want it to be. But if you wanted to think of it as like a circle here and another circle here, you could. The circles connecting. But I would end up having to erase all that underlying stuff after I get it blocked in. So next step, bring his chest out to where I want it. Okay. Then his legs are going to be like a line here and a line here. For his front legs. Back here in his back legs, it's going to be more like an oval shape. Big oval shape coming down. All right, and then the tail is going to continue off the page because I didn't leave enough room. Okay, his other leg is going to be kind of going behind the first leg because in the photograph, that's where his leg is going. So I'm going to thicken up these legs on the front by just coming around and giving them a thickness on his chest. And the photograph I chose, unfortunately, you can't see his paws. So he's like walking through some tall grass and stuff. So I would indicate the grass as, you know, triangular lines going through. All right, so this is the first steps as just blocking it out the way you want it to look. Then you come back and erase any underlying lines that you no longer need. Things that are not needed, they're not there. Okay, so bring his chest out a little further to meet that leg. Erase this. All right. Now, I'm ready to start adding the details. Now, the details are the parts of the drawing that make it look more realistic, more like real life. Okay, so with his eyes, you can see his little pupil of his eye. All right, his eyes are real defined by lines, very dark lines that go around it. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to make it focus on his nose. There's like a little nostril on this side and a nostril on this side. Okay. On this part of his mouth, there's a lot of freckles and a great number of whiskers. All right. Now I'm going to add some fur to his chin. Some shading there. All right. Now, tigers are known for their stripes. So I want to look really carefully at the picture and match the stripe lines that I see in the picture to the lines I'm drawing in on the tiger. Okay, so this is predominantly the stripes of my tiger. You can always welcome to add more if you like. The next step would be to start adding contrast and shading. So contrast and shading is where you have areas that are light, medium, and dark. I'm going to start by shading in some areas like the inside of the ear that shall be kind of darker because it's the interior of something. The color portion of his eye, I give some detail there. Tip of his nose. Okay. Oops, I bumped the camera. Fix it back there. Okay. Okay, and I'd say that's how it's done. And basically you can use the same techniques for any drawing based on a photo. You start with the simple shapes, come back adding details. You could color if you have color. I like to shade. Everybody can shade. Just keep in mind shading is not just scribbling everywhere. It might seem like it is, but it's not. You want to have a range of values, light, medium, dark. The edges around shapes like the muscular areas of his legs. A little definition with some shading there. parts of his face. And that's it.